Yeah, so one day I had this idea, I told my mum about it, and she said, Matt, you must be ridiculous, and you must have more money than sense. So I thought, brilliant, I'm going to do the idea. So on Facebook, I typed in, who wants to take part in a secret mission? And then I sent them £10 in the post. And with that £10 were two rules. One, you couldn't spend it on yourself. And secondly, you had to do some good with it. And people started doing some cool things. So I thought, let's spread this idea. And then I went and hid 20 envelopes with £10 in, with these exact same rules around Cardiff. And people started doing some really cool things that I didn't expect. And here's some of them. So there's one girl, Grace. She found a £10 and she bought a bunch of flowers and she gave it to the first elderly lady that she saw, and it turned out she had just been recovering from a heart attack. So she was really cheered up. What's the next one? Yeah, this guy got really creative. He put some postcards online of things pictures he had taken, ended up raising nearly £405 for the Woolwich Homeless Charity, which is really cool. Lovely guy, I think it's my favourite one, lovely guy John. He turned the £10 into 10 pences, put them at the Euston station by the toilets, where you had to pay 30p, so essentially 33p had a free wee. This guy, Dale, found a tenner for goods at the Children's Hospital. He told his work colleagues about it and ended up turning into £150, which he then turned into 150 Easter eggs. And then we went to the Children's Hospital and donated 150 Easter eggs to the kids. This girl, Bethan, she hired a venue for £10 and ended up putting on a family party and then raised £2,000 with that, which was pretty good. One lady got so inspired, she's now doing 100 good deeds, which is pretty good. I'm really chuffed with that. So now you can see that the domino effect has started taking effect. Yes, one lady, we did an event as well after Tenner for Good, and she was so moved by the happiness that we had brought. We put on a party for a 100-year-old lady called Marjorie in a care home, and she had no family, so we adopted her as our nan as well. One guy, Ben, he used his own tenner in Bristol, got chatted to a homeless guy, brought him into his house, gave him a cup of tea, listened to his story, and the homeless guy since got back in touch, and he's now got a house and a job sorted. So things started escalating when I started appearing on the front page of BBC News, became the most watched video, and then BBC Three did a documentary about it, and 3 million people ended up watching it. And now it started getting out of control. One woman heard me, this is my brother's mother-in-law, she heard me on BBC News and then heard me on 5 Live later on in the day, and she was so put off by hearing me on the radio, she ended up with a £150 speeding fine. Then, cool, which was really cool, people started doing the whole tenner for good in different countries as well. So we've had people in France, USA and Australia putting their own money and using the same kind of 2 rules that I came up with. And then Russell Howard got in touch as well, and he wanted to do it. So he did it on his TV show. So I was on his Good Deeds show about a month ago, and then he put it out to his 3.3 million followers on Facebook with a letter that you could print off and do yourself. Did it all go to plan, Russell Howard? Not quite. This guy used it for £10 worth of weed. The reply here, I do hope this isn't true. This is, of course not, I bought alcohol. But yeah, I think this was one of my favourite ones from Russell Howard's. This guy was being treated in hospital, and he made it up to £100 and donated it to the hospital where he was being treated. So yeah, top gent. So yes, I'm from We Make Good Happen, and collectively we're trying to achieve 1 million good deeds. Tenner for Good was just one part of it. So yes, if you want to get involved in helping make the world a little bit happier by doing some good for other people, we'd love you to get involved. WeMakeGoodHappen.com. Thank you very much. Oh yes, I've actually hidden 5 tenner for goods under some of your seats. So if you lift up the cushion under your seats, there are 5 tenner for goods hidden around the room. Yay! Someone's got one over there. So what we want you to do is go on and pay it forward and do some good with that tenner for goods. Use the hashtag tenner for goods. Yay! Have you got all 5? Just hold up. Hold it up. Yeah, yes. All 5. So if you could do something amazing and good and fabulous with that £10 and good for other people.